year BCom, it becomes easier for you. So with these few words, I'll request Principal Madam to say a few words, and that will be followed by the presentation. And our Vice Principal, Dr. Shanti Madam, will address you after Principal Madam. Uh, Principal Madam, if you could please.
Yes, thank you, Prasanna. Thank you very much. I wish to welcome all the students who have joined. And You have already completed the first year in NEP, as Prasanna sir said. Congratulations for having taken admission and for going through the whole first year syllabus and curriculum. There are a lot of exciting, should I say, changes that have been envisaged in the curriculum, in the syllabus by the government through the NEP, by the UGC through the NEP. You have now the option of a lot of electives, of choosing subjects. There will be major and minor specialization also. So as sir has said, that we are one step ahead because being an autonomous college, we have implemented NEP from 23-24. Also, as part as being an autonomous college, we were able to. You have also been given an access to revised syllabi, upgraded syllabi, and now with the NEP, you will have the option of challenges of electives, and also choosing specialization and subjects accordingly. Now, this particular orientation is for you to understand. Of course, details will also be provided in the college. You will also, as they have been repeatedly asking you to get your friends to join the meeting, it is better if they join here because question answer session can happen after post the presentation. Of course, as I said, we are always available to you. Your class teachers are available, and any queries, I think we can combine, Prasanna, some of the key points, FAQs, and we can again put it up, on the website as well as on social media, so that those can be answered. I mean, they will help you to deal with some of the problems. Naturally, there will be some clarifications that you will require. I'm going to be in college throughout the vacation. The office staff will also be there, and we will be there to help you move ahead. So now I think Prasanna and team, Shanti Madam, you all will please make the presentation. Do clarify. Students, I think in terms of the changes that we have made, or in terms of what would I say, the promotion policy, that all those students who have got 36 credits overall, term 1, term 2, will be eligible to take admission in the second year. And it will be explained to you. You will understand. If you have any queries, please ask. Please clarify. You can also, if your parents would like to join, please see that they join. If you require any further meetings again, please let us know. We will definitely do the needful, so that there should be no problems on your side in order to understand what the NEP implementation and what is it that we are as an autonomous college doing in terms of the syllabus and also the course. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Madam. Shanti Madam, are you able to see the screen and presentation?
Yes, Prasanna, I can see.
Yeah. So over to you, Shanti Madam.
All right, a very warm welcome to all the students and your parents. Like Principal pointed out, the only reason why we are having this orientation is to give you a fair idea that as you go forward after your FYBCOM, when you go to SYBCOM, there is going to be a whole array of subjects, different subjects, which will lead you to different careers. Now, when you make the right choice, definitely it takes you one step closer to your goal, one step closer to your chosen career. So it's very careful. Let me tell you that as we are going to be, opening up the plate of subjects, the different subjects before you, you have to make your choices. Now, as much as it seems very attractive that, I'm going to be able to select the subject of my choice, you also need to know that for each subject, there is going to be a prerequisite in terms of, what is the eligibility criteria, what are the number of students who will be allowed to take that particular subject, and what is the kind of aptitude required for that subject. So today we are going to be giving you, what are the various subjects that we are offering you in terms of options. Secondly, we are also going to be telling you briefly, okay, if you want this subject, then this is what you should have in your pocket. In your pocket, when I say, it's not only in terms of the funding, but it also is going to be telling you in terms of your skills and aptitude. This subject will lead you to this career, and this is what is the kind of attitude, aptitude, skill sets that you need to have. So let us help you to make your choices, so that before admission, when you are clear and you're ticking the boxes in terms of your subjects, you have a fair idea and you're not doing it just because you want to tick the boxes and take the admission process forward. So can we go to the next slide, Prasanna?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So the highlights of the NEP is basically, talking about what are the various subjects and what is the pedagogy. When we say pedagogy, what we are talking about is what is going to be the teaching style. There are some subjects where there will be a lot of lab work. When I say lab work, it is computer practicals will be there. There would be some kind of field projects. There would be some kind of internships that you have to do. There would be presentations. Last year FIs would already have learned, there is a project that you have to do, there is a presentation that you have to do, there would be an internship that you have to do, because NEP is focusing a lot on skill development and acquiring hunarta and atmanirbharta. So it's going to be a flexible undergraduate education. It's not like the traditional BCom. So पूरा टेबल में ये सारा असॉर्टेड डिश है और यही आपको लेना है. आपको अपने हुनर के हिसाब से आपको सब्जेक्ट सिलेक्ट कर सकते हो, अपने इंटरेस्ट के हिसाब से, अपना करियर जो आपको परस्यू करना है उस हिसाब से आपको सिलेक्शन ऑफ सब्जेक्ट्स हम दिखा देंगे. Then it's an integrated curriculum. Now, for example, there are going to be two doors that I will open up to you, as we go by. There's going to be either you want to specialize in accountancy or you could specialize in commerce and management. Now, if I want to be having an accountant career, I'm looking at auditing, I'm looking at some kind of professional, courses, then definitely I will be going for a specialization in BCom accountancy. Otherwise, I will be looking at, if I'm looking for a leadership role, I'm looking at working in the banking and financial sector. I want to be working in maybe the, stock markets. I want to be picking up skills like that. So it's a very integrated curriculum, and every step that you take is taking you forward in terms of your career and in terms of your interest. There is going to be emphasis on research. It is not going to be पुराने time के जैसे teachers आएंगे, आपको notes देंगे, पढ़ाएंगे. बहुत सारा आपको extra काम करना पड़ेगा. हर चीज में आपको प्रोजेक्ट्स होगा, प्रेजेंटेशंस होंगे, काफी टेक्स्ट बुक के बाहर जाके आपको नॉलेज हासिल करना पड़ेगा. Then, I mean, we're talking about continuous assessment. All of you all in FYBCOM, you'll have learned, you'll have also seen that we had, 20 marks internal test, then we had projects, we had vivas, we had field visits, and we had so much of marks given to community engagement. There are students who did DLLE, students who did NSS. हर चीज जो आप करते हो ये 3 साल कॉलेज का, हर चीज is going to add up either credits and कॉलेज में कितने सारे courses किए गए थे. We had short-term courses in Indian ethos. बहुत सारे students from the FIs had done this course, and you all have either got marks for it or you got credits for it. So, the only point is we want you to keep adding new things, keep learning new things. Then it's holistic development. Not only we want to give you, subject knowledge, but we also want to develop your skills, your ethics, your value systems, your hands-on experience, and make you highly employable. This promotion of Indian language, you will be very surprised. After your school and maybe after your 12th standard, again, now you're going to be having Hindi back into your SYBCOM curriculum. Then there's going to be technology integration. As I said, there will be a lot of lab work, computer practicals, etc., which will bring technology. You people are already very tech savvy, but not only we are talking about social media as being tech savvy, but using technology for the right purpose at the right time in your career choices. Internships and skill development, internships and NGOs participating in community initiatives, etc., and these kinds of enhancing your skills, your leadership skills, your managerial skills, your technical skills, these things are something that really takes you ahead in terms of career success. So this is the entire objective behind the entire curriculum. And the reason why we want to orient you is because we want you to make the right choices now, because these choices are going to be having a long term impact in your future in terms of your success in your career. So we have a semester pattern. The semester comprises of 90 working days. So together, in the entire year, we'll have 180 days, 2 terms. The major subjects now, as we go by, you'll have finished your FI. SY में कदम रखने के पहले, there will be two doors that will open up. Either you can go into the door leading to accountancy specialization, or you can walk into the door where you go to commerce and management specialization. Now, commerce and management is something that every business organization needs as much as accountancy, which is, a very high professional skill, driven area. So you can, select whether you want to go into the door leading to accountancy, or you want to go into the door leading to commerce and management. Now, जो भी ये दोनों doors के अंदर जाएंगे, in the door where you enter commerce and management, there will be so many other subjects along with two major papers of commerce. Now, what are those subjects? Those subjects are going to be commerce, are going to be common to the people who walk into the door of accountancy and the people who walk into the door of commerce and management specialization. So, yahan se your entry into specialization starts from SY. This was never there, and this is the first batch. That's why the reason where principal and the entire team, we want to give the students and the parents a complete idea कि कहीं ये गलत नहीं कर बैठे, इसके लिए we are opening up the door. So we'll have maybe two divisions going in for accountancy and two divisions going in for commerce and management. Those are going to be the major papers. So 2 papers of accountancy if you go for accountancy specialization, and 2 papers for commerce if you go for commerce and management specialization. Now there will be elective courses. So we're going to show you the entire framework. अगर accountancy करेंगे तो आपका subjects, बाकी के subjects same ही रहेंगे, except one elective that you take. So all the other subjects will remain the same, except you'll have students taking accountancy will have 2 major full 4 credit courses of accountancy. Students taking commerce will have 2 major papers of commerce, that is 4 credits, and the other subjects will remain the same for both these specializations. Now, what are going to be the other subjects? We will lay out what are the various kinds of electives before you. Now, there will be general electric and open electives. There are also vocational skill courses. Yeah, okay. So general, Prasna, just go to the slide on general electives.
Sorry.
Yeah. So general electives, there are two, you have to be very careful. There is a general elective and there is an open elective. The elective course generally chosen from the unrelated subjects. Now, as an accountancy specialization student, there will be one option to you. And as a commerce student, there will be an option to you, and that is called as an open elective. A generalist, which is not very subject, there's some students who want to be doing a DLLE, they would be wanting to do an FC, some value driven course, etc. There are various subjects, so you can pick these subjects such that you have a total credit of 22 in the particular semester. Then departmental specific subjects, every department is now going to gear up to give you departmental elective subjects. So just imagine the whole, it's like the Rajasthani grand thali served for you. 50 marks ka, chota papers, and so much more in terms of over and above your core specialization subjects that you're going to be getting to learn. We go to the next slide. We have vocational skill. Vocational is, trying to build a vocation. So we have certain courses which will build competencies and proficiency of students in order to enhance their skills and employability. Very soon, we are going to open the curtains to what are the skills which will give you vocational skills. There are certain skills in terms of skill enhancement. Maybe computers, digital literacy, Excel skills. These are so relevant when it comes to either profession, whether you want to be in the banking industry or the accountancy. I think these skills become very, very relevant. We have ability enhancement courses also, and these courses which are basically enabling the student to enhance their competency not only in the core linguistic areas, but they also help in achieving competency in the modern Indian language. So there's one operational language which is English across corporates, but in the government sector, and the government sector is booming. If for anybody who's been in the market, if you see the way the public sectors are zooming ahead in terms of kind of dividends and returns they're giving, in terms of people that they are hiring. Just the other day, my colleague was telling me 7,000 people going to be hired into the Indian Railways. Now, when you want to get into public sectors, you cannot miss out on language proficiency. So just before you finish TY and start applying for jobs, if you start brushing up your knowledge on maybe Hindi, your regional language, Marathi, all of us as aided teachers, we know how much important Marathi is, because har sarkari circular comes in Marathi. And people who know Marathi, who are able to interpret the circulars right, they stay right ahead, in terms of the graph. So building languages Indian languages, whether it's regional, whether it is local, national languages, really gives you an edge over the others. So that's one more opportunity that you get in this NEP structure. Can we go ahead? Yeah. How can I, not overemphasize on value education? Last year itself, we started with Indian knowledge system. Now, today, when we talk about India being a $5 trillion economy, or India now going on to become an $8 trillion economy, one thing that will really hold India high is the building value system among the youth. And whether it's patriotism, whether it is respect for one another, or the ethics in the corporate life, these things become very important. And Indian knowledge system, you'll have already got a taste of these two when you were doing your first year. Now, as you go by, there's going to be a little more doses of these subjects that you will get across the various subjects that we offer. Let me go ahead. Yeah. So there are, when you see the NEP template, there are these short forms that are going to be used. We have the vocational courses, the co-curricular courses, the field FPS field projects. Then you have the ability enhancement course. So these things, terminologies, of course, this recording is going to be there, and we'll also share it on your WhatsApp groups. So whenever you have a doubt when you're selecting subjects, just go back and see what is the objective of having this particular course. So we have co-curricular courses such as, the DLLE, NSS, and I think SIS is doing pretty well in terms of sports, cultural activities. The entire year is packed with activities which are focusing on culture, whether it's Onam, whether it's your Marathi Dvangmay. All these activities are only to build sensitivity towards, the cultural aspects of the entire fabric of India. So they are not only going to be activities, they're also going to add to grades and credits on your scorecard. So it's very important that you select these courses. Can we go next? Okay. Now there are going to be, for the PG, let me tell you, in the first year of PG, this year we had introduced the NEP, and we have something called as the OJT, on the job training. So every student of MCOM, they have to go and work at least for, let's say, 2 months, 3 months. And we as faculty, we also try to find jobs and internships. And there's a whole department which finds internships, apprenticeships. We talk to chartered accountants who take our students. And we have so many of the SYs also who have now stepped into internships and articleships. So you only have to come and tell us, ma'am, I'm ready. I want an opportunity, and we are here trying to find opportunities for you. Opportunities, part-time jobs, these things build, a bridge. What you study in the classroom and what you go and practice in the corporate and that small little organization there, and then you start making more sense of what you learn in the classroom. So, along with your graduation, when you do internships and apprenticeships, it really strengthens your skill enhancement. So community engagement and social, building sensitivity towards so many things that you see in the environment is extremely crucial. So we go next. Yeah. Now we are going to kind of open up the entire curtain and tell you how, what is it that you're going to be doing after FYBCOM. So primarily every student today who is attending this orientation, you finished your FYBCom, you have 36 credits, you have two windows or two doors that you have to step into. Either you go into an accountancy major. When you say accountancy, it also includes financial management. So either you go into accountancy and financial management, or you walk into the second door, which is a BCom with commerce and management specialization. इवन आपका जो ग्रेड कार्ड ग्रेजुएशन के बाद मिलेगा, यहाँ से आपका ग्रेड कार्ड में it will show what is the kind of specialization that you have picked. Now, very carefully think, what is a career? Do you want to get into the aviation industry? Do you want to be in the middle level management? Do you want to be an HR staff? Do you want to get into marketing, digital marketing, advertising? If those are the areas that you want to be, then I think commerce and management will really build your competencies for those kinds of jobs. But let's say you want to do maybe some kind of auditing, you want to be crime detection, you want to be an accountant, you want to do strategic finance, you want to do raising finance, you want to be, somewhere close to making IPOs and things like that, then you could probably look at, or you want to be, let's say, a chartered account, already a chartered accountant, you must have started your process of preparing for a CA, CS, etc. Then maybe a finance and accountancy career could be a possible choice for you. So think very carefully. You can discuss it sometimes when we come back, or even during the vacation we have the next 3 to 4 days. Please feel free to come and talk to your faculty members who are all full of enthusiasm, trying to tell you what is the right choice in terms of the career that you are selecting, what is the right door that you have to enter into. So make the most of this particular presentation. And at the same time, feel free to come and talk to us in the next 3 to 4 days. We are more than ready to help. Prasna, let's go next.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the subject, students who are opting for accountancy and financial management, they will have, as I said, two papers, hardcore finance papers, completely on accountancy and financial management. And second paper, you will have management accountancy. They are number crunching. They are taking you one step forward in terms of, an accounting career, a finance career. And the other papers that you will have in this basket of specialization for accountancy and finance, you have to do economics, because finance will not make sense without economics. And whatever career you go for, there is a basic foundation of social behavior. How do you conduct yourself? What do you mean by interpersonal skills? What are the conflict resolution? How do you do? How do you conduct yourself in a group? What is team dynamics? What is group dynamics? All these things will come in social behavior. There is a definite social behavior that one has to conduct yourself with, and that is what we bring to you in this paper. Now, there could be an option for people who are looking at finance. If you are looking at anything to do with financial markets, then we have a very new paper, which is an investment analysis and portfolio management. I think the stock markets are rocking, and every single person is now looking at. Today morning, we were just saying that wants to be a Rakesh Junjunwala or get into option trading and things like that. So this paper, investments and portfolio management, is the stepping stone where you will get to learn how do you manage risk, how do you manage return, how do you manage your portfolio, where do you invest so that the money works smart for you and you can relax. The second subject as an option to IAPM. IAPM is investment analysis and portfolio management. And the second option is computer application. In computer application, as I said, one of the most important tool that you will learn is Excel. Now, without Excel, we can't even breathe in the corporate world. Every single function becomes so much more efficient when you do Excel. So I think Excel is one of the takeaways when you join a computer application course. And it's going to be having same 2 credits. So a little bit of Excel we learn in the semester 3, a little bit of, a few things which are important when it comes to digital literacy, we will learn in the next semester. Same thing, IAPM, a 2 credit. You will learn in the first semester, you will learn risk and return and what is returns, how do you measure it. And the second semester, you will again have IAPM where you will take it one step forward. Now, law has always been an integral part of second year. Now, this law again has been broken down into 2 credits. So, ek jhalak of business law you will see in semester 3, and the second jhalak of business law you will see in semester 4. Suppose in semester 4, we'll give you some of the elementary commercial laws like the Contract Act or the Sale of Goods Act. In the second semester, we will take it one step forward with what is company law and what is memorandum of association, articles of association, and there will be field projects on this where you will either visit courts, you will visit, some of these consumer courts, etc., and learn, if you want to file a complaint, what is the process? So these are extremely crucial subjects which makes you smarter as you go by. Reinforced on why Hindi and Marathi are going to be important. If you have anywhere an idea to get into public sector, then Hindi and Marathi are very, very crucial. And you must make use of these, 2 semesters in order to step up your knowledge. And Hindi is not the local Hindi that we talk, your are ture. You really need to know the right language, drafting in Hindi, writing in proper Hindi, grammatically right language. That's where you actually catch people's attention when you are right, either when you speak or when you write. Then to build your physical competence, your physical health, etc., yoga. Because every day we hear, young students get so stressed. So one way to keep you mentally agile, mentally active, and very, very relevant in terms of your physical skill, physical health is yoga. Now, FP is field project based on law. I told you, if you have business law, there is a field project on law. Now, this field project would mainly tell you, either go and make a survey of what are the consumer rights on any law subject. That would again be at the discretion of the faculty, but it's a very practical thing, and field projects are compulsory because we have to take the students right on to give you exposure not only within the class, but take you beyond the class in order to enhance learning. So this is what we have planned in semester 3. It's going to be high action. And why I'm giving you details of every subject is because I want you to know that you have to be careful when you select your subjects. Look at your own competencies, discuss it with your parents, and then start picking the subjects of your choice. That's why the entire orientation for SY. Let's go to the next. Prasanna?
Yes, madam. Semester 4 is on the screen.
Okay, semester 4 for accountancy. All right. I
Yeah.
thought we are going to do that parallel. All right. Now, just as I told you, we are opening the door to accountancy and management. Now, semester 3, you did accountancy and financial management. Again, we are going to be having semester 4. If there's little bit, we have just started, we are taking you to level 2 in semester 4. The same thing, we have economics, and then there we had probably social psychology. Here we are looking at psychology for financial decision making. This is a very, very relevant area, something like behavioral finance, why people behave the way they behave when it comes to money, right? They're very, very conservative, but at the same time maybe it's not a wise decision financially. So making you money wise is this paper on psychology for financial decisions. Now, coupling it up, we are also building your digital literacy, your computer application skills, and the second semester again, you can either take computer applications or you can take IAPM. Both very relevant subjects, highly skill oriented subjects. Again, we'll have the second component of business law. Then the language will be there. So the subjects probably will remain the same. Only the two major subjects will change if you walk into the door of accountancy and if you walk into the door of commerce. Now, let me take you to what are the papers in commerce that we have. The other subjects are going to basically remain the same. Now, uh, in accountancy, I told you that we are going to be looking at, maybe partnership accountancy, dissolution. Then we look at a little bit of company accounts, issue of shares. In management accounting, we look at ratio analysis, etc. Building all your numerical skills. In commerce, we are going to be having introduction to management. This is a 4 credit course. Now, believe me, every student who is aspiring to do an MBA, either in HR or you're planning to do an MBA in operations, this is the elementary, the first step that you step into. So if you're looking at an MBA, I think you should be looking at commerce. So anybody who feels, I want to be an MBA, you cannot, even think of an MBA without this first introductory subject of introduction to management. We explore and we open up, all Western management ideologies, Indian management ideologies, Indian ethos. What did Indian managers think? How do they think? All those, things that we teach you here, functions of management. How do you manage yourself? How do you manage organizations? Then, to couple it with management, we have a second paper, which is a core commerce paper, which builds a lot of creativity. And nothing in the world works unless advertising works. Now, even if I have to apply for a job, I have to advertise myself, I have to make myself visible. And that's what advertising teaches you. How do you make yourself visible? And we learn, copywriting, illustrating, digital media, social media, how these influencers are creating great markets for products. All those things on advertising. Very interesting paper. People who don't like numbers and like to be creative, I think we would welcome you into the subject of commerce and management. The other subjects remain the same. As I said, the two major papers will be there, and the other papers like economics, social behavior, they could be selecting between the computer application and IAPM. I think those is just a change in name. So it's the same computer
It is the
application.
same paper. Yeah, it is the same paper. Actually, there is a
Yeah,
typo error there.
yeah.
It is
Actually,
the
the
same paper.
title is Applications of IT.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
application.
yeah,
So, which
yeah,
means this paper
yeah.
is building your digital literacy, and making you highly competent, not only in terms of surfing and watching reels, but how do you actually apply technology for better decisions and better work environment. Then I just gave you a brief on business law, why business law is important. Nothing that you do, can be legal unless you do it, within the framework of law. So law is a very important paper. It's a compulsory paper. Then Hindi, Marathi, yoga, and CEP laws, that is, community related laws, socially empowering laws. It would be either consumer protection, or it is, how do you safeguard yourself, the POXO. As women, how do you protect yourself in an organization? Everybody needs to know what are my rights as an individual. So these are the various subjects which go common to both commerce and management, and also to accountancy. So this is your entire framework. Let's go to the next. Okay. Now, everybody will say, oh, it's very exciting, and probably, I can take this and this. But before you start deciding, please take a look at what are your semester 3 marks, what are your semester 4 marks, which will soon be declared. Okay. Take a look at your scores, discuss it with your parents. If you have a doubt, come back to us. You could even probably, write a mail to us or write a WhatsApp to us. We will definitely respond. All right. Now, it's not that if you apply, you love something and then you're going to get it. In all probability, to the extent possible, we will give you what you want. But there are certain barriers, there are certain constraints. We have to be looking at class size, we have to be looking at faculty workloads, etc. So you can apply, but if the number of seats exceeds the class strength, then definitely we are going to be imposing our choice, and there will be certain restrictions. So please, we will give you the choice, but there are certain do's and don'ts, and there are going to be certain norms that you have to follow. Now, admissions to SYBCOM minimum credits is 30 in semester 1 and 36 in semester 1 and 2. I think this even principal mentioned. Now, next year, we are going to be a little more stringent in terms of attendance because, as I said, NEP has put a lot of responsibility on us. As faculty members, we have to build your language skills, we have to build your digital literacy, we have to build so many skills for you. And if you are not available to us, how do we do that? And therefore, attendance, 75% attendance is quite important. And even for you, I mean, what I would suggest as, a senior person educator, if you've been spending money for getting yourself this degree, why don't you just spend the time in order to acquire what is being given to you or absorb what the faculty is giving you in terms of expertise? And definitely it is shown that people who have been on the campus, who have enjoyed and soaked in the campus life, in the classroom life, are definitely way more successful. I'm not saying the world outside is not going to enlighten you or educate you. Of course, you get a lot of world, you become smart. But classroom is definitely a place where you can soak and absorb and learn a lot of things. So it makes sense being in class. The college conducts ATKT exams, and all of you as FIs, you already know we have ATKT exams, we have supplementary, we have additional for students who have missed out and been sick during the exam. All these exams will go continuously. And finally, the subjects in TYBCOM will be allocated on the basis of what are your scores in the SYBCOM. Now, just like we are making an orientation, we are doing an orientation and telling you, kitne अच्छे subjects hai, which are going to be leading you to bright careers. The same thing next year, there will be even more exciting subjects, different styles of teaching, different skills that we will try to enhance. But the point is, that will be if you have been regular students, you have managed to stay without KT. As a student, I think the prime responsibility is being in class, doing your work on time, submitting your assignments. I think let's all be that way committed to the responsibility that we have undertaken. Now, as I come to this slide, I also want to be telling you, and even parents, if there are students, if there are friends of yours from other colleges, and you feel that, there is great scope in doing this curriculum, which there is, because, if you see the teachers, the faculties, amazing faculties who bring great, rich experience to the classrooms. Any student from other colleges, whether they have been from autonomous or a non-autonomous batch, whether they have been under the NEP framework or not, if you are interested, please get students and come. We are open to giving them admission. Of course, there will be a small little criteria there. They have to pass one or two subjects which they have not studied when they did their first year. So we have a lot of scope for bringing more students under this fold, and getting most students will really make us, give us the opportunity, offer more in the basket. So it's also an open invitation that SIS is now inviting students to come and apply for this new curriculum that we have designed. So if you have friends in any other colleges, please bring them, fill in the pre-admission form, and we will take a look how we can accommodate them. Let's go next. Rasna, is that the
Shantina?
last? That's the
No,
last
there are a few
slide?
more. Yeah, this will be the last slide. There are a few more points here. Would you like to
Yeah,
elaborate on that?
yeah,
Extra
yeah.
credits and other. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what, I was just telling you, even if the students have done their FYBCom, whether they have, maybe one KT or two KT, they have been eligible to go to SY. If they have been eligible to go to the SY, then they are also eligible to come to our SY. Now, we will have maybe a screening committee to decide what should be the eligibility and how can we fit these students into our SY. There'll be a bridge course, we'll orient them, we'll train them, and then we'll get them to complete one exam, and then they can qualify to be among with the students, with non-KT. Even the KTs, they can probably do it in our college. Now, earning extra credits, throughout the year, you keep getting a lot of mailers which come to you. A short-term course has been enhanced. Let me tell you, accumulate any amount. I mean, a large amount of all these credits will definitely give you a lot of mileage when you're applying for jobs. There are short-term courses in Excel, in Indian Ethos, there is Tally, and all these courses. Somewhere it is teaching you something that you are not aware. You must take maximum opportunity of all these and build your curriculum in terms of your scorecard. Then participating in DLLE, NSS, NCC, sports, culture, these are things which are so mandated. I think parents should actually promote and encourage students to participate on all this. Like, I have seen students who are such naive people who are not much confidence. Completely transformed to great leaders by the time they come to second year and third year. Taking decisions was so easy, and they become so vocal, and they become so such really good personalities when they participate in this, because your social skills develops like anything. So please do not stop students, stop your wards from not participating in NSS. Camp jane mein jaise maza aata hai, I think there's nothing in college life which gives you the experience of going for an NSS camp. And the same thing with DLLE and NCC and sports. So please encourage your wards to participate. That's again an NEP mandate. Completion of 3 years of UG degree. I mean, to get a degree of BCom, it's the same, remains the same. Now, if you go into door one, where you do accountancy and management, you walk out with a degree in specialization in accountancy and management. And when you go into commerce and management, you get a separate degree. I just mentioned that. Option to continue in the fourth year. If you want to be continuing for 1 year with us, you would be awarded a honors program. So you would be a BCom honors. If you do a 4-year undergraduate program, it's called as an honors. That's a new thing again that's come up in NEP. And that brings us to the last. That's thank you for, I hope, I have been able to tell you the reason why this orientation has been organized. And we have been very fair enough in giving you, what is it that we are offering, why we are offering, how we are offering, and how you should be making a choice based on your skill sets. Look at your scorecard, look at the career that you want to pursue. What is the kind of background? Do you aspire to do something different? And if your aspiration level matches the subjects, I think this is a fantastic choice that you have to make at this level. So wishing all of you all the very best in life. Make the right choice, because every single mark will show. And these choices are
Shan-
going to take you way ahead in life. All the very best, and God bless.
Shanti
Thank you,
ma'am,
Shanti madam.
Shanti ma'am,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just wish to make some points here.
please stay back for the meeting. Yeah, please, students, please don't drop out from the meeting. We still have more points, and there will be question answer session also in case you have any doubts. So please don't drop out from the meeting. Let Sangeeta ma'am continue, and then I have a couple of points to add, and then we'll have question answer session.
Yes. Thank you, Shanti ma'am. You have given very detailed overview of NEP structure. I'm sure students would have got thorough knowledge. I'll just summarize quickly. First, you have to understand you are going to make two choices. First is choice about the major subject. Here you have got two options, accounting and finance. And next option is commerce and management. Now, whichever major you are going to select, again, you are going to make two options regarding open elective. One is applications of information technology, and next is IAPM. So now you will have four combination. One is commerce and management with IAPM, commerce and management with introduction to information technology, accountancy with IAPM, and accountancy with information technology. So these are the 4 categories of students that we will be having with. Second, ma'am was saying about 75% attendance. See, the 75% attendance, we are going to make it mandate. The reason is your syllabus
We're not able to hear you, Sangeeta madam.
Hello, Sangeeta madam, we can't hear you.
Years.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Can your seniors, you are the first SY where NEP has been implemented. Next is participation in short-term courses. What is the advantage of being in the autonomous institution? The advantage is you can earn some extra credits, and when you graduate, when you have to face the market, then you'll realize these extra credits earned by you by way of short-term courses will take you, further. And that is why please be in the college, understand what are the courses.
Your voice is dropping, Sangeeta madam. Voice, Sangeeta madam.
आईना फोन का करत नाहीये त्या कंटिन्युअस मला फोन देते मी कंटिन्युअस मीटिंग मध्ये बाहेर येते
Okay, while Sangeeta madam comes back, a couple of points I'll cover in between. We have told you that when you enter second year BCom, you'll have to make a choice between majoring in accountancy and majoring in commerce. Please make a choice very carefully, because later on in TY BCom, you won't be able to make a different choice. So once you opt for majoring in accountancy, your TY BCom will also be majoring in accountancy. And once you make a choice for commerce and management, then even in TY, you'll have to continue the choice. Similarly, whatever subject combination you offer in first term, say, for example, you go for IT applications or you go for IAPM in same 3, same subject will continue in same 4, because same 4, there will not be a choice to make a different combination of subject. That's one. So be careful when you make the choice of subjects. Secondly, there will be few subjects where you will have limitation on availability of textbooks and those kind of things, because some of them could be new subjects like IT applications or IAPM, which is specially designed for you, or a part of law related to social empowerment, etc., which is specially designed for you. So we are again emphasizing that attendance of 75% will be mandatory, considering these changes in the subjects and all those things. So please be careful when it comes to the attendance for lectures. Sangeeta madam, are you back in the meeting?
Yes.
Yeah. Please go ahead. Sangeeta madam, you can cover whatever you wanted to cover.
No, I just wanted to make them understand same thing, because
Yeah.
our syllabus is going to be different, and unless
Yes.
you are present in the class, you cannot understand the syllabus, and it will be very difficult for you, because they have experienced this problem in FYBCOM. The disaster result that we had in semester 1 was mainly because of lack of attendance.
Yeah. So can we open the floor for question answer session?
Yes.
Okay. Now there is already one question in chat box as to when the admission process will start. The first step will be your results. So just wait for the results and related announcements. That will be followed by the announcement about admission process. Most likely it will be through ERP or online admission, but details will be shared with you so that you can take the subsequent steps accordingly. Just wait for the notice from offices, from college office, and then you can take it forward. Okay. Now, any other questions you would like to raise, you can unmute, or that would be better so we know what the question is and people can respond accordingly. The floor is open for question answer session now.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, please
Hello.
go ahead. Yes, please go
Uh,
ahead.
this time the grading system is different. Like in the first sem, they have given us O grade if we got 80 plus in a subject, but this time they have given us A plus if we got 80 plus in a particular subject.
See, under NEP, a slightly different grading system was notified by university. Okay, so probably exam committee, somebody can throw light on this. Preeti, madam.
Preeti is there in the meeting or
Sir.
Charu
Yeah,
is
yeah,
there?
she is there. She is there. Preeti is there. Preeti madam is there. Preeti madam, can you address that? They have a question about grading system and grades which are allotted in first sem and second sem.
Yes, very good evening. Very good evening, dear students. Depending on the new NEP grading system which we have received, the SEM 1 results again will be processed as per the new NEP table, and you will be getting the same grading for SEM 1, SEM 2, and that also will be reflected onto your grade cards. So kindly wait for a day or so. We will be sharing you that as well into your classroom groups. So also I would like to mention here is for the students, those who are not managing to get 36 credits, if you have KT in SEM 2, your SEM 2 examinations will be conducted in the month of June. And provided you clear your KT of semester 2 there, you will also be eligible to take admission in SYBCOM. Any other questions here?
Preeti madam, they are putting the questions in chat box.
Okay.
There is
Hello.
one more question regarding examination.
Okay. Okay.
Uh,
I'll respond to the chat box. Thank you.
excuse me, ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
Yes, there is a question on whether Hindi or Marathi will be a compulsory subject. The answer is yes.
Yes.
Yes, that will be a compulsory paper because under NEP, all the colleges will have to offer this subject.
So it is not very exclusive to SIS, irrespective of any college you go to. If you try to run away from this, there's no way you can go anywhere because every college which has the NEP, which is an autonomous college, will have Hindi and Marathi, either Hindi or Marathi. And I also told you, the reason why it is being introduced and also the advantages that it can bring to you. So let's not run from subjects. Let's try to develop an attitude of liking what we learn.
There's a question about IABM. Yuvraj, it is IAPM, Investment Analysis and Portfolio Management, where you get to know more about how to invest money, what are the options available, how to evaluate your portfolio, what care has to be taken, and so on. Okay, that is all about investment analysis and portfolio management. How many subjects are to be selected mandatorily? Like, what is the count? Okay, I will display that slide. So I think once again, so it becomes easier to answer these questions.
Excuse me, Tambe sir.
Yeah.
Sir, many students are not able to understand the full form of the subjects and therefore they are asking for IAPM and stuff.
Yeah,
Could we
IPM I
share
just explained. IPM I just explained. Investment
even there is
analysis.
another, yeah, there is another query on the same. If we
Yeah.
could share the full forms of the subjects along with the credit
Yeah,
system.
that is also
And
possible.
this PPT, if you can share it to us on the WhatsApp, we can share it
Yeah.
in our WhatsApp group for the students.
Yeah, and we are recording this session. After this session
Yes.
is over, I will upload it on college YouTube channel for the information of students. we have a college YouTube channel. So this recorded session will also be available. We'll share the link in your students group, WhatsApp group. So if you want to go back to discussion in the meeting, in case you missed out anything, if you're not able to follow anything, you can still come back to the discussion by watching the video, which will be shared in college YouTube channel. See, there was a question as to what will be the selection. Okay, if you are in accountancy major, then your selection will be computer applications, IT or IPM. That is one selection. Okay, and in being an accountancy major students, rest of the subjects will be compulsory. Then there was a question on what is FP based on law. It will be a law paper with a field project, and it will have a couple of laws like consumer protection law and other laws which are for this purpose. Then same for also same combination will continue if you have taken up accountancy as a major. And CEP laws are basically for protection of child's right, sexual harassment related protection. Those kind of laws will be covered in this. And in commerce, if you are, then remaining subjects will remain the same. There will not be much change in the remaining subjects. Your first two subjects will be specialization in commerce and management. Okay, I hope I have answered that query.
Preeti, there are questions on, I have only 28 credits and KT students is addressed there. No, you can again, if you have any KTs in semester 2, then you can definitely come back in the month of June and give give the supplementary and come back without losing a year. But you have KTs in semester 1, then yeah, Preeti, would you answer that?
Yeah, I just replied onto the chat. For semester 2 KTs, if you are having KT in semester 2, your KT examination, supplementary examination will be in the month of June. And if you manage to get 36 credits, you are eligible to get admission in SYBCOM. SEM 1 KT, if you are still having SEM 1 KT continued after the SEM 1 supplementary also, and you are not able to get 36 credit, you will be getting this chance in the month of November or December with the regular examination of SEM 1 students.
Okay,
Till such a time, you are not eligible.
There is a question as to what is the criteria for choosing IT or IPM. See, basically, we are going to give you a choice to select between information technology or investment analysis and portfolio management. But as we have said during presentation itself, if we have fixed number of seats for a particular paper for a particular subject and there are more students, then we may have to go by merit or similar type of criteria. Okay, so actually the choice will be given to you to choose between accountancy major or commerce major, or choice will be given to you to select between IT or IPM, but that will be subject to availability of number of seats for that particular paper. Yeah, any more questions?
I hope your parents are also have been attending and listening to us on this meeting. So it's not that we want them only to give your results and tell them how well or how badly you'll have performed, but we also want them to play an important role in the choices that you all make in terms of subjects, because all said and done, parents can add a lot of value to the subjects that you select. So while giving results, I don't think we'll have an orientation. Results will be given to you. It will be declared and put on the website, and it will also be shared with you. But this meeting is only to help parents know what their children are doing, and in order to help them, give them some kind of advice. If not, y'all can come over to us. And I also made that point. If you all have friends from other colleges, they are non-NEP students, they have not done IKS and health and wellness and all those subjects which you all have done. But if they want to come into SIS, we are open to even welcoming these students who can come to our college if they are full pass in FY. and they can come to SY and take all these, options that we are offering. And you can just come and discuss it with us. We are even open to having students from other colleges. What is the difference between, ma'am, those who got the failed result have to appear for KT? Priti, all KT questions.
Yeah, ma'am, I just replied for the same. All
Yeah.
fail in KT students have to appear for KT supplementary exams.
I think one thing we are very clear. Students who have failed in SEM 1 and who have, got more than 2 KTs, even if you are all clear, I mean, if you have more than 2 KTs in SEM 1, then probably we are very sorry, you cannot come on to SY. But people who have just 1 or 2 KTs in SEM 1, all clear in SEM 2, you can still come over to SY. I mean, the mandate is 2 KTs. So you can't be having, fail KTs in SEM 1 and then go to SY. I have 39
Ma'am,
credits, but I have 2 KTs.
Ma'am, there's a slight little correction here. They can manage to have more than 2 KTs also, provided they get 36 credits in totality.
Yeah. So 36 credit is the mandate.
Yes, ma'am. This is irrespective of the number of KTs.
Students, please note that you can take admission in second year BCom not with reference to how many KTs you have. You may have 1 KTs, 2 KTs in same one, same two, whatever. You should have total minimum 36 credits of same one plus same two. Then you can get admitted to second year BCom. That's the criteria. So please don't refer to number of KTs. Please go by the total credits which are available. 42 credits if you have total, yes, you are eligible to get admission in second year BCom. Number of credits will matter, not the number of KTs.
Okay, students,
Questions
there
are
is
all
one more catch here.
KTs.
Hello.
Hello, yeah,
Dear
yeah,
students,
Preeti.
I will be sharing the list of students who are not eligible for admissions based on June results, supplementary results. Till then, you still have hope. Please study well during the examination, during the vacation time. Come prepared for the KT exam in June. All the very best.
Questions or can we conclude the meeting, Shanti madam, Sangeeta madam?
I think yes.
Okay. So we are about to conclude the meeting, and you can again listen to the recording. So some of your questions are again answered there. So please go back to the recording once we share on college YouTube channel. And I express my sincere vote of thanks to Dr. Shanti madam for elaborate presentation and discussion. My sincere thanks are due to Sangeeta madam also, who was part of our discussion, Vice Principal Sangeeta madam. Thank you to Principal Madam Nina Madam. She was there in the meeting at the initial stage. She also spoke and addressed the students on various things. Thank you to CA Varsha, who is Accounts Department faculty and who was the one who has created this presentation. So thank you, Varsha. I'm not sure whether Varsha Madam is there in the meeting today. I thank you all my colleagues also who were attending this particular meeting today and who were instrumental in orienting the students. And finally, thank you to all the students and parents who have attended this particular meeting. So wish you all the best for your career. Wish you all the best for your admissions to SYBCom, and we'll meet you in second year now in classrooms now. Before that, of course, 3 days we are there in the college. So if you have anything, you can also meet us in the college for next 2-3 days. Okay. So on that note, we'll conclude the meeting. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, and all the very best for your forthcoming results.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.